Hi guys, today we are going to be doing something that I feel like I haven't done in such a long time on my channel. So obviously I don't have any makeup on today because we are going to be trying out a foundation. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Cover 24-Hour Foundation. The reason why I picked this up is I was watching Tati's favorites of 2019 and she was speaking so highly of this foundation, and honestly I've had really good luck with the foundations that she has recommended. She also got me onto the Pretty Vulgar foundation, so I thought we could test this out today and see if this lives up to the hype that Tati has made this out to be. So that's basically what we're going to do. So this is a long-lasting full coverage foundation for people with combo to oily skin, I'm pretty sure, and I am definitely on the oily side. I'm not like super oily, but I also wouldn't say I'm combo because I'm not dry anywhere. I'm mostly just like oily. So we're gonna test this out today. I just want to redo the claims on this. So it says 24-hour full coverage, oil and shine control, soft focus blurring effect, waterproof. So that's very bold claims, and it also says to not use a lot of this. So we're just gonna try this. I've already cleaned my face and I've primed with the Revolution Superfruit Extract Antioxidant Rich Serum and Primer. I love this thing. I mean, usually I'm not really a fan of primers. I don't believe in primers. I don't think that they do anything, but I do like to use this just because it feels nice and it's nice to have like a barrier between my foundation and my skin. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and try this. So I did pick mine up in the shade, what did I get? I got 2.12, and this is just like the light neutral. In the winter, I'm usually a light neutral, and in the summer, I'm more like light medium neutral. So when I shop for foundations, I always just like go with the description of the foundation. I don't like swatch them out because then I feel like I just second guess myself. So once you figure it out like where on the scale that you are, like undertone wise and like light medium dark wise, it's a lot easier to get your correct foundation shade. So that's what we're going to do. I love that this is in a squeezy tube because it just makes it so much easier to apply. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my hair out of the way because obviously it's gonna be tough to apply foundation otherwise. So I'm gonna use a brush because I always use a brush. I never use a sponge. I don't even know if I own a sponge anymore. So I'm gonna take one of these. This is from BH Cosmetics. I love this. It's like a dense fluffy brush. They're like my favorites to use with foundation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little bit of this like on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to work in small not layers, but like small, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I'm going to apply like a small amount at a time. So I always start on the bottom of my face because that is like my problem area, and I can definitely tell that this is extremely full coverage and it's a little bit hard to blend out right away, so maybe I went in with a bit too much. I also feel like the undertone is maybe a little bit too yellow for me, but we'll see when it's all said and done and it's like on my face completely because that'll be easier to see. And also we'll see how other products layer on top of this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time like talking about the other things that I'm using, but I will kind of fast forward and show you. But I definitely feel like I put down a little bit too much to begin with here, and maybe this would be better used with a sponge, but like I said, I'm not a sponge person, so I will not be using a sponge because like I said, I don't even think I own one, so I'm gonna be a little bit lighter handed on this side and just try to get like an even layer of application here. This foundation going on reminds me a little bit of the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation because it is such a thick foundation. And even though I prefer like full coverage foundation, I like them to be more like the buildable side or like a thinner formula. This also reminds me a little bit of the Morphe foundation, like just in the consistency. And I was like one of the few people who seem to like the Morphe foundation, even though I haven't really been using it a lot because I don't like it more than any other foundation that I have in my collection. Like this is not one that I can just slap on in 2 minutes. I feel like I need to take my time to make sure that this is really nice and buffed in here. But the coverage is beautiful, and I feel like this would be like a great summer foundation. It's also a little bit like not too dark, but I think it's just maybe like the undertone of it because it is kind of yellow based and I prefer them to be just on the neutral side. So I do feel like it's looking maybe like a little bit cakey, not like, it's not super bad, but I feel like I just need to finish my face to really be able to see how this is looking, and I just feel like this color is a little bit too dark for me in the winter, which could be a good thing anyway because it's probably more of a summer foundation anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off. Like I said, I'll probably fast forward through this because this really has nothing to do with the foundation, and I don't like to judge a foundation based on how it's looking before I've like finished my face because I always do a full face of makeup. Like I would never wear this just on its own, and I also always like set my face and use setting sprays and stuff like that, or not always use setting sprays, but a lot of the times I will. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off, and you can kind of see the process, and then when we are done I will show you like close-ups and stuff so we can really see how the foundation is looking close up.
I'm trying to stay focused, but somehow all I can think of is when you split. I gotta find the motive, play forward, watch every sequence bit by bit, 'cause this is my own investigation. I am obsessed with finding out why you left. I keep on searching for the missing pieces, try to find the reason why I ended up without you, baby. I got about a million leads to find the answer why you left me in the cold. I'm turning every stone like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. Like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. I'm lying awake in our bed while staring holes in the ceiling. I got no clues. You played a trick in my head. Can't listen to reason or logic. I'm so confused. I'm caught up in a web of these loose ends that don't lead nowhere. But I won't rest my case until I know. I keep on searching for the missing pieces, try to find the reason why I ended up without you, baby. I got about a million leads to find the answer why you left me in the cold. I'm turning every stone like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted.
Okay, so here's the look all done, and I gotta say that I feel like this foundation is laying kind of heavy on my skin, which I'm surprised by. It could be because I used maybe a little bit too much. I also feel like it maybe oxidized just like a tiny amount, and I don't love that. In my pore area here, it's not looking the best. Usually I don't have any problems with like my pores showing too badly, so this maybe would be a foundation that I would have to use some kind of a primer with, but I have so many foundations that I don't need to do that with, that don't emphasize my pores. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think it looks bad by any means, and I feel like as the day goes on, it's probably going to warm up a little bit more to my skin, and I'm of course going to do wear tests. So right now it is 10:26. I don't know if you can see that in the morning. So I will probably try to wear this for like 10 hours or so. Maybe I will try to set my face because I haven't yet done that. So I'm gonna take my Morphe setting spray. This is like the holiday edition. Isn't this bottle just so cute? So I don't really think that did anything, if I'm being completely honest. I am going to put on just a little bit more highlighter because I feel like it's just not looking as bright as I would like for it to. So just gonna put on a little bit more, and then I will check in with you guys probably midday, and then again at night. I don't feel the need to really do too many check-ins because unless something crazy happens, I will just do 2. I think that's going to be enough. I will also see, because I am going out in a few hours, so I will see if I can get some footage in daylight and maybe pop that into the video in the next clip. So I will see you guys in a few hours for the first check-in. So here's what the foundation looks like in natural lighting, and I feel like it looks pretty good, honestly. Like, I feel like the longer I wear it, I've worn this for like an hour now, I feel like the longer I wear it, the better I like it. I've also been trying on a bunch of clothes and stuff, and I've probably been touching my face with them, but I think that it's looking honestly really nice. So we'll see how this wears the rest of the day. Like I said, it's only an hour later, so I will check in with you guys in, I don't know, a couple of hours, maybe at like 3 p.m. or something like that. It's now 11, so I will see you guys in a bit. Hopefully it'll still look good. I mean, fingers crossed. I do have high hopes for the wear time of this, so we'll see how it ends up looking later on. Okay, so let's take a look and see what is going on here. Let me check my phone and see what time it is now. So it is 3:38. I don't know if you can see that. So it's been, when did I put this on? Like 10, 9? I don't remember, but it's been probably like 5 hours. So let's see how this is looking. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty happy with this. I was walking outside earlier and I was kind of looking in the, you know, the photo thing on my phone just to kind of see, and I feel I feel like it's looking better now than it was earlier in the day. I feel like it's kind of melted into my skin a little bit better. I still feel like just around my nose area, it's not looking the absolute best, and that my pores are just not looking that great with this foundation. Again, it could be because I put on a little bit too much. Maybe it's because I used a brush, and I feel like I need to use a sponge with this foundation, even though I'm not a sponge person, but maybe I will try that next time. But I think for now, like, I'm happy with how this is looking. I do think, like I said, it's looking better the longer I wear it. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to hold up. I don't feel like I would need to blot at all yet. It's something that I would definitely do, like, if I were to go out and I wanted to refresh. I usually do have to blot a little bit and powder, but usually during the day, if I'm just like staying home at night, I don't really bother like refreshing my makeup unless I'm going somewhere nice or something. But right now, I think this is looking pretty good. So like, I'm happy with how this is looking. Very curious to see how this is going to hold up. So I guess we will find out tonight. I'm gonna check in with you guys one last time before I go to bed, which will probably be around like 9 or 10 or something like that when I take my makeup off. So I will see you for the last check-in very shortly. Okay, so I am back and it is currently 8 p.m. at night. I wish I brought my phone. You're just gonna have to trust me. I'm sure you can tell by looking at my face that it's been quite a while and I'm definitely looking quite oily, and I don't feel like this foundation is holding up that well. I mean, my nose is looking terrible. Let me zoom you in a little bit here. Don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that. Maybe if I turn down the brightness a bit as well here. I mean, you can see just how the foundation has worn off, especially on my nose. I also just feel like it's oxidized like another shade or so. Like I feel like I look so much darker now than I did when I first put it on. Let me fix that lighting again one more time. Ooh, wrong way. So I don't know how I feel about this. Honestly, I'm gonna have to try it another time. Maybe I need to like mix it with something else that's a bit lighter maybe. I don't know. Like I really had higher hopes for this, and I don't think that this looks good. It also doesn't feel good on my skin now. Like it's starting to like kind of itch me a little bit and make me want to wash my face, which is why I'm checking in this early, because I just don't want to be wearing this any longer, and I just don't think that this looks very good right now. So yeah, I would say that I don't think I could say that this foundation is approved for me. Like I think that my Estee Lauder Double Wear is forever going to be my holy grail foundation, and it makes me sad because I really wanted to like this foundation, also because it's in the squeezy tube. Like I love squeezy tubes, so I don't know, like let me know if you guys have tried this and how you feel about it, because I can't say that I'm super happy about this at this very moment. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna have to try this again to really form my opinions and try it in different ways, but as of right now, not really that impressed. And if I keep having like mediocre days like this, I'm probably going to return this, because I mean, it's a pretty expensive foundation, and if I can return it because it didn't work for me, I'm going to do that. Like I said, if you have tried this, let me know what kind of skin type you have and how it wore on you. I would love to know. Maybe I am just too oily for this foundation. I don't know why it keeps oxidizing on me, but it's really annoying and I don't like it. So let me know if you want to see more foundation reviews from me. I know I don't usually do these, but if you want to, I can definitely try to pick up like some other foundations when they come out, if they come out that, you know, I think would work for me. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you want to see some other content that I have on my channel, you can click on one of these too. And if you're new, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.